Okay, I'm trying to show you how you can prepare for the planting season next year. These are my areas where I have cleaned out from the shrubs that I collected for organic planting. See here? Because I have this huge tree here, so I am rich with lots of leaves, lots and lots of leaves that are coming down from these trees, and I'm using them to make my compost. So I'm preparing these things for organic cultivations. These are all leaves. As you can see, the trees here are a lot. So many of them, huge, huge. They start falling even from from the moment spring sets in, the leaves are falling. So I have collected them here. This is for the containers. These ones are for the containers. Yeah. Today is November 1st. November 1st. So as you can see, I'm getting these things ready for the next planting season. That will be, with the snow and the rain and the sun, these things are going to ferment in the next 3 months. And the whole nutrients in the leaves are going to go inside the soil. There are lots and lots of nutrients in the leaves and shrubs. All the stems. You see, these things are stems. These are stems. These stems, they add like, they add these things, stems, they add like mulch, because the soil is clay. It has a lot of clay in it. By the time you dig like 4 inches into this earth, it becomes clay. It's a kind of muddy soil. Not all the plants likes this muddy soil thing. So with these leaves, it makes the soil becomes fluffy. So this is what I have discovered this year. I really discovered this in this year. You see here, I am collecting them on the ground here for planting. Okay, so these are all leaves. These are leaves that have fallen, and I have collected them. As you can see, look at this. It's already decaying. But you see, what I discovered is this bell pepper doesn't do so well in containers. But if you put them in the soil or bigger containers like this, they will do so well. Look at this one here. Today is November 1st. So they are not really going to reach the size they are supposed to reach. They are not going to reach the size they are supposed to reach. First of all, because the weather is getting a little colder, but you see, they are supposed to be huge, but they are not going to be that huge. But this soil here that I use are also organic materials that I got from the shrubs and the leaves that are falling here. So this one, see here, this is a container pepper. You see that one is over there. Okay, so now, as you can see, I'm getting ready for the planting season in spring. By March, all these things will be ready. I collected them here, and I collect these ones. This one will even ferment. This will ferment in the next couple of months now. Look at the soil there. These are decayed materials. All of them are decayed materials. Okay, so now, I collected, see, these are mulch. These are leaves. I have packed them somewhere, and then they have started decaying. I collected them like around August, but they have started decaying. So as they are decaying, what I did was to, collect them and place them in the soil. You see, I have dug this pit, and I'm going to fill it up with the leaves. for my organic planting. As you can see here, these are all the leaves that I have committed. As you can see, it's about about 8 inches deep inside the earth that I have dug there, so that I can put the leaves in there, and when I put it there, it will be able to fertilize the soil. This soil will be really, really ready for planting by March next year. Look at this soil. This is these are all leaves. So the whole thing will break down. Both the stems and the leaves and everything will break down with the rain and with the sun and all these organic breakdowns, materials and some worms in it. We break it down for it's making the land very rich for planting. So this one here is a trench. I built this trench here. I dug the trench here. See the trench here? I dug it here. This is the trench. So collecting the material over there, I'm going to fill it up with the leaves. These are already getting decomposed. You see, these are all organic material. All the leaves and the stems and everything is in this here. You see, this is what I have gotten prepared for organic planting next season. Okay, these are some of my pepper. They still have leaves, fresh leaves in them, and fresh fruits in them too. So the sweet pepper are going to be here for a little while. Once the frost takes in, they are going to be taken out. So I'm going to leave it here for a little while and see how long they can go. They are still going to grow larger. They're supposed to grow bigger than this. You see, but the cold weather is setting in. Today is 1st of November. According to the weather direction, the sun is going to be, this week is going to full of sun. Look at my mint here. Look at the mint here. These are all organic materials. Organic materials. So the mint, this mint here are very, very nutritious for your body. They help you both digestion and antifungal, antiseptic, and vitamins. All the vitamins, this thing is rich in it, and it helps to curb some flu. If you have flu and you add it to your soup, like chicken soup, you are really going to be very happy you did, because this is really a herb, and it's very nutritious. I just left it here because it's still thriving. It's still thriving, even though the weather is getting colder, but it's still thriving. So now, these are my garlic. As you can see, I allow the leaves to fall on it. As you can see, the leaves are on it. So what I would do is, after some time, I'm going to cover it with straw. But I just allow these leaves to fall on it, because when the leaf also fall on it, they will go to decay and add nutrients into the soil. So that's why I have allowed the leaves to continue to fall on it. As you can see, it's all the way up there. So these are all garlic. So I'm going to allow the leaves to fall on it. So when the leaves fall on it, it will also add to the nutrients of the soil. And that will be a wonderful idea. Wonderful idea. So I'm going to put straw on it pretty soon. I'm going to put straw on it. I'm going to put straw on it, but I'm going to leave this to get some more leaves, so that these leaves can ferment and add some nutrient into the soil. This is where I pack a lot of the leaves and the shrubs for fermentation. so I can collect some soil over here to transfer to any area I want to transfer it to. Okay, so these are all the leaves that I have collected. And then I have harvested this. This is basil. So I have harvested it. I am going to cover the stem with straw to see if I can preserve it for the winter, so that by next year to see if it's going to propagate again, if the stem can survive the winter. I'm going to try that by covering it with straw. So I will do process of strawing. I'm going to cover these things with straw pretty soon. So this is where I have collected the rest of the basil. See, I collected it, took the whole thing off the plant so that I can get it ready for the winter that is on the way now. Okay, today is November the 4th, so in the next 2 weeks things will start getting different than it has been. So these ones are still here. They are going to be here. These are all organic. No fertilizer, no nothing. It's all natural. The natural. See, these are all organic materials that I have used to plant these things. And see, as you can see, the weather is getting bad, right? It's getting chilly, but they are still, kicking. You see that? They are still kicking. They're still kicking. So these are my organic materials. These are all leaves. No fertilizer, nothing. They are going to be ready by February, March next year. I collected them here, so that I'm going to use it and push it inside the soil. And we're going to take them, see the heap of it. I have a whole bunch of them. And I'm going to use it and to cover the dip that I have created here, so that when the plants are growing, they will also grow inside and getting a lot of nutrients. During the summer, sometimes I don't even water them, and they are still doing so well because they are getting their nutrients inside the earth. And these leaves and these stems have helped in providing a lot of preservation of the water inside the soil. So these are all organic material that I'm saving. I'm collecting them for organic planting next season. These ones here are also these ones are garlic. These are garlic. I will wait for them to grow a little bit, then I can cover them with straw. So this one here, these are all organic material. These are leftover of the product that I had used in getting the soil ready for planting. These ones are garlic. They are coming up, gradually. They are coming up. This is them here, garlic. Yeah. These ones I planted them earlier. I planted them last month, and these are all organic materials. As you can see, the leaves are falling on it, and they are getting the nutrients of the stems into the soil. The leaves have nutrients in them, lots and lots of nutrients in them, and they are fertilizing the soil. They fertilize the soil. So that's what it is, So now, as you can see, these are all organic materials. Getting the whole soil ready for planting in the spring. See, all of those heaps over there are already fermented from August. I started preparing them from August. And they are going to see those ones over there. They are really going to fertilize the soil for the next season to come. Okay. Now, this is the way to do it. To have organic plants is not difficult. I don't know why they think it's so difficult. All you need to do is to collect them in a containers like this, and they will ferment. They are going to ferment. If you put them in the container like this, they're going to ferment. So why is it so difficult to plant them? And they reach store sizes. Because this is my first time of plant. I was planting in containers, but I decided to plant on the soil. Even during, look at the stem of this pepper. This pepper. As you can see, even though it's cold, look at over there. It has lots and lots of fruits on it. There's lots and lots of fruits on it. And in as much as the weather is cold, they have lots and lots of fruits on them because of the soil is so rich with organic materials. So rich with organic materials. This is my advice to you. Please start planting things organic, because whatever your plant is eating is what you're going to eat too. You know what I mean? So look at, as you can see, this is November, and this is outside the house. Look at, this is potato. This is potato right here. Today is November 1st, the 1st of November 2021. The reason is because of these organic materials. This is why you have to start collecting them. Even if you don't have a home, you can collect them in the container like this. Collect them in the containers and you allow them to ferment. You can do that at your porch. If you don't have enough space, you can do that on your porch. You can do it on your garage. You can do it even if you're in an apartment. You can do that too. Okay, so this is the way to prepare your soil for organic material, organic planting. This is how you prepare it. These are all leaves, fermented leaves. See, fermented leaves. So that's the way to go. Do it for yourself. Collect it in the containers, and then you will be happy you did. This is November, and these are container planting. They are all doing so well. Yeah, they still have fruits in them, but I'm going to harvest them maybe this week, next week, because anyway, I will leave them until the frost comes in. There's no frost. As long as they are on here, I'm going to leave them. I will not harvest them until they can't continue anymore because of the cold weather. So, but this mulch also is helping them to overcome those conditions. See, put them like this, them like this. Look at them. All the stems are going to ferment and fertilize the soil. This is the fermented areas. These are the fermented areas. So if you have a fence, you can collect your leaves from the fence. If you don't have fence, you have trees, collect them just as I'm doing now. Collect these trees in order to fertilize the soil and provide organic food, rich. Organic food, rich. They are rich, doing so well. But I don't even water it, and they're still doing so fine.